Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be solving today's date code question, which is largest positive integer that exists with its negative integer. So we are given an array which will consist of the numbers from 1 minus 1000 to 1000, and then we need to find the largest positive integer such that k is the largest positive integer, and then minus k is also exist in this particular array. So we need to find that. Suppose let's say we are given an example -1, 2, and then -3, and then 3. We need to return 3 as our answer. Why? Because this is the largest positive integer which will contain its negative integer, which is -3. So for this, if we try to solve via brute force, we are going to take two for loops where we are going to check the positive integer in the first for loop, and then we are going to take the negative for loop in the second loop, and then we are going to maintain the maximum equal to maximum of positive integer and then maxi, and then at last we are going to return the answer. So for this, if we see the time complexity, it is going to be big of n square. Why? Because we are considering two loops. So that will be our brute force approach. Suppose if we want to try to reduce the time complexity for this, then what we are going to do is we are going to sort the array. After sorting the array, we are going to get the numbers like this: -3, and then -1, and then 2, and then 3. And then we are going to take the low and then the right, and then we'll try to see the integer. If this particular integer which is to the right is equal to the absolute value of this, then we can say that this value exists with the negative number, and then the left should be the negative number, and then we'll try to travel like left and then right with the two pointers, and then we are going to get the answer. So for this, if we see the time complexity, it is going to be n log n. So this will be the all time complexity where we are going to consider sorting and then two pointers. One more approach is going to be using the map, where we are going to store the elements which are present in the array, and then we are going to check whether this particular array consists of negative number. I'll try to map this particular array like -1 exists, and then 2 exists, -3 exists, and then 3 exists. And then whenever I come back to here -1, I'm going to check whether this negative number is present. -1 of -1 is going to be 1. So I'm going to check whether this particular minus or 1 is exist or not. And then for 3, we are going to check -3. So this exists. So we are going to take the maximum, and then we are going to return that particular answer. So let us see the implementation for this. So I'm going to take the unordered map, and then I'm going to initialize answer to -1, and then I'm going to pick each element present in the nums, and then I'm going to mark map of I equal to true. And then after mapping map of I equal to true, I'm going to pick each element which is present in the nums, and then I'm going to check in the map whether we contain this -i or not. If -i is present, that means the negative integer is present. So that's why we are going to take answer equal to maximum of answer and then I, and then at last we are going to return answer. For this, if we see the time complexity, it is going to be big of n. If we say that unordered map takes insertion and then deletion is going to be like big of 1, and then suppose if we take the map instead of unordered map, it is going to be n log n. It is going to be n log n. Sometimes the unordered map can take big of n, depends upon how the implementation is done. Yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video.